Well, hello, my friends. I am so excited to be here with Ashley Kuhn. She is the interim executive director for Girls Inc. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite events coming up. Ashley, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
So, Girls Inc., let's just talk a little bit about the organization and who you serve. It's been around and making such an impact in the community.
It really is. So Girls Inc. serves girls 5 to 18. I always like to say it's kind of that organization that wants to plant that spark. Us as women, at some point in our lives, get that spark where you kind of start to realize who you are and who you want to surround yourself with and what you want to do when you get older and what your hobbies are. And I always say Girls Inc. is that spark. So they just give girls access to just everything and anything to help ignite that spark. So there's anything from academic to sports to dance, cooking, gardening, bees, chickens, you name it. We've got a little bit of everything inside of Girls Inc.
And I know the impact that it's made on girls over the years, especially, what kind, is this throughout the Omaha Metro? Is it, or specifically targeted in a certain area, or it's just,
So Girls Inc. is actually a national
yes,
organization.
yes,
Omaha is a chapter of that national
right.
organization. We serve North and South Omaha, and really just all about teaching girls how to be strong, smart, and bold, and then also, leadership skills and things like that.
Yeah, which is so important. I have to tell you, this year's lunch for the girls, um, and I will admit, I personally just started to learn more about your speaker, who is Deborah L. Lee. Um, but lunch for the girls, it's been going on. I think it started in 2002.
Mhm. And we've had some amazing speakers over the years. We've had, at the time, it was Senator Barack Obama. We've had Michelle Obama. We've had Chelsea Clinton. We've had Malala. We've had, you name it. It's been incredible to have all these folks come to Omaha and speak to us as a community, but also our girls.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm going to add a few more because I'm actually looking on the website, which is girlsincomaha.org. Desmond Tutu, and you've had Billie Jean King, and you've had Barbara Bush and Jenna Bush. It's just such an amazing uh group of people that are just kind of in their own right, are doing so much in the world, but they're also just so unique. So I just every year it's just so fun to learn who the speaker is. So let's
Yeah.
talk about Deborah L. Lee. So tell us about her.
So Deborah Lee, former chairman and CEO of BET, Black Entertainment Television, and she really was the person for BET that pushed it from just being videos, music videos. Used to log into MTV and BET, and it was just music videos all the time. And she was really the person that took it from that to they have record-breaking TV shows now and documentaries and news and all this content. And it was her vision that took it from what it was to what it is today. She's incredible, and she's one of the few Black women CEOs that have been able to do what she's done.
Well, and it just to me, I love it. Just how the energy of just women in general, infusing it into whatever industry and company, how I don't know, I just think things can just explode in ways that not to, I just think women really have something that adds so much to a company. And
Yeah.
I mean, that yourself because you have your company as well, and have done amazing things with you and
Thank
your
you.
partner.
Thank
So
you.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're
and
welcome.
I read that book from that Deborah Lee's got
Yep.
is I Am Deborah Lee. And it was interesting to see her, she talks about how she started her career and she just kept her head down and she was always just so grateful to be in the room and so grateful to have the positions that we have. And I think that's what a lot of women do is just grateful for where we're at. And then
Yeah.
we have that awakening where we're like, I should be running this thing.
Right. Right.
I'm bigger than this. And then all of a sudden we come out of our cocoons and we're somewhere where we should be. And it was really
Yeah.
interesting to read her book and see her go through that evolution of just kind of keeping her head down to boss.
Yeah. Now, for the event itself, are you, because I've been to it, I mean, I've been to it many times, but are you honoring other people? Are you honoring girls? Or kind of walk through the agenda of the
Not.
event?
So the luncheon really gives the opportunity for us to showcase what Girls Inc. has been doing for the
Yeah.
year, give the girls an opportunity to get up and get some public speaking opportunities,
Yes.
tell some
Yeah.
stories of, mission things that have been delivered over time. The girls get an opportunity to interview Deborah Lee or whoever our speakers have been in the past. They get an opportunity to ask their own questions, and then we get into the actual speaker giving their speech. So it's a fun, quick event, lunchtime. So you don't, everybody's got busy work days, so it gives you the opportunity just to come in at lunchtime and hear the stories and then listen to Deborah Lee also.
Yeah. And like you said, I actually love watching these girls do the interviewing and sharing their stories. I mean, that is just truly, I mean, honestly, I think it's just magical for them to have that opportunity and they take advantage. I mean, they take advantage of it. They're excited. And they just really they learn from it. And it's so awesome.
I'm always amazed. I think at that age, there's no way that I'm getting on a stage in front of,
Right.
sometimes thousands of people
Yep. Yeah.
to ask a question, especially to somebody that's so powerful and that on a
Yeah.
global scale. I'm always amazed at how confident they are when they get up on that stage.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about before we get into the specifics. So kind of we don't have to go too far down the rabbit hole, so to speak. So you have been the interim for you stepped into that position when?
May.
Okay.
So until now.
Yeah, and so because Roberta Wilhelm, that everybody, I mean, everybody knows, and she did such a great, just amazing job there. So, um, you're possibly getting close to maybe filling the role again.
Yes, we're in the final stages. We've got a start date for our new executive director. And so I'm just here to make sure that our Rockstar Girls Inc. staff has a point of contact
Yeah,
and making sure that everything gets moving forward. Summer's our busy season, so we needed to have somebody there day in and
yeah.
day out to make sure that the girls were being served the way that we promised them to be served. But yeah, we are in the final stages of our new ED, and I am so excited for who we've got.
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait till you make the announcement. Let me just ask you real quickly, who, how many girls do you serve? Sorry, how many girls do you serve typically?
So over a year, about 1,000 girls a year. We are also just getting ready to do a capital campaign to raise money for our South Center. So if you've ever
Okay,
been to the North Center, it's beautiful, it's new. We did in addition to the old building that we used to occupy, and then we recognize that there's a disparity between North and South. So as an organization, we want to make sure that we're serving both North and South equally.
right.
So we are getting ready to do a capital campaign to raise money to do our South Center. And so once we get that capacity up, we'll probably be closer to 1,500 girls a year.
Okay. That's amazing. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Lunch for the Girls. It's Thursday, September 14th. I'm assuming that it's at the CHI Center. As
Absolutely.
all because this draws in a lot of people, a lot of business people, a lot of it's amazing. And I think over the, we've been dealing with some stuff over the last few years where attendance, I think one year it was virtual but attendance, this is something that people look forward to. And like I was sharing with you earlier before we got on, before we started to record, it's just like, who's going to be the speaker this year? Who's going to be the speaker this year? So give us a little bit more specifics about where people can find information out and anything else that we need to know.
So they can go to girlsincomaha.org to get tickets, to find out more information, get all the logistics of how to get there. But if you, like you said, it's down at the CHI Health Center, and it'll be at lunchtime, 11:30 to 1. It's quick. I used to think before I really was active in Girls Inc. that it was like, oh, I'm giving to the girls, I'm giving. But when you go to the luncheon like this, you really get from them. It really feeds your soul to see just how incredible this next generation of girls are and what they're capable of. It's really exciting to see. So do go to girlsincomaha.org, join us at lunch. Don't have to do much, just show up and support.
support and just be ready to be inspired and walk out of there like, what else, what can I do today? What can I do today
Yes.
to make a difference in the world and to contribute? So, all right, Ashley, thank you so much for joining me today. Again,
Thank you for having them. You're incredible, and I'm
yeah,
always excited when I get to
well,
talk to you.
thank you. And again, this event, Thursday, September 14th, it's going to be here before you know it, girlsinkomaha.org. And hopefully I'll see
Don't
you soon,
miss it.
Ashley.
Yes, don't miss it. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. And folks, don't go away. We will be right back.